time of the year for a storm.
No little downpour is gonna dampen my spirit. We got cause to celebrate.
Well, now, there might be some money in here.
Medicine bottles.
Well, we might be able to sell those someplace. What about the rest of the stuff?
Don't waste nothing, do you, buddy?
Huh? Look at that. How about that, huh?
Maybe you'll find a buyer for those too, huh?
Look at that. Woo, boy.
Never mind those Samuels. The liquor is what we're after.
The wagon came this way, all right.
Wish this storm had breaking and done with it.
No, the rain would wash the tracks away. We might never find that wagon again. Let's go. Come on, boy. Come on, boy.
Where are the horses?
In those trees, I think. That's the only place they could have tethered them. I have an idea. It's tricky, and we'll only get one chance at it. But I think it's worth it. Come on.
The horses are loose. The thunder must have spooked them. Come on.
Come on, let's go.
Come on. Get over. I'll get the saddle. You get the harness back of the wagon. Get over. Come on, get over.
You better get back to camp and keep an eye on that wagon.
Ain't nobody gonna bother that wagon. We gotta get them horses back.
Would you shut up and you get back there? It's gonna take a while to get them horses. I don't want that wagon standing alone. Look, go on and get back here. Come on, Cajun.
I'll get the medicine.
Hold it. Are we gonna get us back that wagon, lady?
Good luck.
As soon as we get our horses, we're gonna catch up with him. And that's for sure. Ain't nobody gonna rob us and get away with it.
Rob? Now that's a funny word for you to use.
That might be, lady. But having is owning. And we ain't lost us a shipment yet. Well, now wait a minute. We just might not have to go after him after all. He's got our cargo, but we got you. He'll be back.
No, I don't think so. You see, my friend has a wide yellow streak down his back. And he wants that wagon even more than you do.
Well, now. You mean he'd leave you here all by yourself?
I'm of no value to him.
Pretty little lady like you. Now, lady, what's hurt you? Especially when you smell so good.
Now, you see what you made me do?
I thought you'd gone.
So did I, but I couldn't leave without you or your medicines. The wagon's just down here.
We can't go much further in this rain.
You think we've lost them?
Well, they haven't got a trail to follow.
I guess not, but I hate to stop now.
If one of those horses stumbles or steps into a hole, we may be stopped here permanently.
You're right, of course. As always. Whoa!
I haven't thanked you for coming back for me.
Oh, I suppose I'm not without a trace of morality.
Mr. Hewitt, do you suppose if you contacted your family in England that you could maybe arrange for a small loan that you would repay? Well, in that way, you could start all over again. Pride is a wonderful thing to have, but it can blind you, too.
I have no pride. Pride, no family, no money, none of the things we spoke of. Only wish I had. Only wish I was a real gentleman. Most I've ever been is a gentleman's gentleman, a valet, Mrs. Barclay, someone's servant. Oh, of course, the education was excellent, but I was always someone else's man. Thought perhaps I might be able to stand on my own here in this country, but seems I've been an outlandish failure.
Well, it doesn't have to be that way.
Well, I've not been very successful in changing it so far, have I?
Yes, I'll have to admit to that. But you could change by getting rid of this liquor.
I'll be glad to oblige Mrs. Barclay, but you're asking too much.
Mr. Hewitt.
Mrs. Barclay, we've been through this. Don't see in me what doesn't exist.
You came back for me, and that took courage.
And a larger measure of cowardice. I didn't think I could make it without you. I'm sorry.
So am I, Mr. Hewitt.
How much further is it?
Oh, 2 miles or so.
It'll be the longest 2 miles ever traveled.
Get those horses moving! Faster, Mr. Hewitt, faster!
Doing the best I can, Mrs.
Keep those horses straight! You'll turn us over!
I'm trying to, Mrs. Barclay.
Faster, Mr. Hewitt!
We got all three of them, all three of them.
Good.
Ha! Ha! Yeah. Your cargo looks all right. How about mine?
Thank God.
Strange.
What?
No odor.
Mr. Hewitt.
Now, Mrs. Barclay, it won't taint you. It's the purest spring water I've ever tasted.
Water?
Nothing but water. Why?
Well, that outlaw said that they had stolen other shipments.
Yes, but if they'd stolen this one, they'd have got nothing but water. You know, Mrs. Barclay, I have an idea I've been taken for a fool. I was forced into accepting this job. I was made to take a specific route, probably one the outlaws knew already.
So that the other cargo could go safely through on another route.
Duped. No, worse than that. I think I can safely say I'm the complete pigeon.
There is one thing. A cargo of water isn't illegal.
No, but it isn't worth anything either. You know, I have a feeling I wasn't supposed to survive this trip. And if I'd gone back for the money, I probably wouldn't have survived that either. Not only am I a fool, but I'm a profitless fool into the bargain. I'll take you to the Indian village if you like.
Oh, I'd like that very much, Mr. Hewitt. There is one thing, however. If you don't mind, I'll drive.
I don't mind at all.
Mother, where the devil have you been?
To the Indian village. And you'll be happy to know that the quarantine is almost lifted. Everything is fine now.
What happened? We found your rig on the trail back there.
Well, it's a long story. Oh, by the way, this is Mr. Hewitt. My sons Jared and Heath.
Gentlemen.
I've invited Mr. Hewitt to be our guest at the ranch, and he's accepted, provided he can cook dinner for us.
Cook dinner?
Oh, he's a genius at gourmet cooking. In fact, there may even be a future in it for him.
You mentioned a long story.
Yeah, but first, gentlemen, there's one thing I think I ought to tell you about your mother which you may not know. She's a totally remarkable and absolutely magnificent woman.
We knew that a long time ago.
Well, I didn't. Not until recently. I shall do my best to prove myself worthy of your friendship.
Well, you already have that, Mr. Hewitt.
Ah, in that case, I shall go to work to win
Win?
your regard, dear lady.